Welcome to the Boston Barrister, Kevin Patrick Sieber, bringing you insights about your family and the world.
Welcome to the Boston Barrister. My name is Kevin Patrick Sieber from Boston, Massachusetts, specializing in family law, including divorce, alimony, child custody, child support, as well as prenups, postnups, contempt, modifications, everything under the sun in the probate and family court. I also do false allegations regarding child abuse with the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families and getting DCF out of parents' lives once and for all so they can benefit from freedom and richly deserved happiness. Today's episode is going to be about divorce, not a fun subject. When we grew up, some of us, especially those of my generation, never thought they'd get divorced. And they dreamed about getting married. And so when I have people call me up and I say, Kevin, I'm looking for a divorce, no one ever calls me up and say, I got married so I get divorced. This is not something that people plan. And when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what you need is someone who's going to explain the process, procedure, and protocols to you, what venue and jurisdiction you're going to file a divorce, and then follow through with all the discovery on both sides of the fence to make sure that everything is equitably divided so that you get a fair shake. The judges don't want to hear you whine, complain, and make excuses. They don't want to hear alibis. They want to get you divorced. They want you to move on and find the happiness that you so richly deserve. So utilize the process by making sure the process goes smoothly. But there's a lot of games played in the probate and family court. Unfortunately, judges become kind of skeptical after a while, and I don't blame them. Because you hear so many stories, especially when it comes to child support. My dog ate my homework. I hear all the time. Judge, I lost my job and I can't work anymore, even though they're physically able to work. But the excuses go on and on and on in the probate court, and everybody's throwing rocks at each other. It's not a fun place. So you make of life, including divorce, what you want to make it. And if the other side's lousy, that's why you get divorced from them. So you need to move on and do it as painlessly as possible. Most important thing is don't lose sight of the kids, because you want to make it as painless for them as possible, because these scars of divorce, they will carry with them their whole life if it's bad, like real bad. And I see parents use their children like pawns all the time in a chess game, trying to get money or visitation or God knows what. Then they play the nasty card. Oh, the nasty card. What's that, Attorney Sieber? DCF. Okay, one parent abused the children or child. And sometimes it happens. I really admit it. But often I see leverage looking to be gained by bringing DCF into the divorce and trying to get a better deal rather than being a fair deal. And that just stinks. And I feel bad for DCF, and I truly mean that, because then they're caught between a rock and a hard place. Who's telling the truth? Is it mom or is it dad? Is it dad or is it mom? You know, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. And who's caught in the middle? The children. And they're like pawns. They're lost in the shuffle. Terrible. So what does it mean when there's inappropriate touching and it's abuse in divorce settings with DCF? And what that means is that there's trouble in paradise, that it's the nasty card. It's somebody playing that awful card called inappropriate touching, which is abuse, which is where the nuclear bomb is dropped in the courtroom. And all of a sudden the judges have no choice but to suspend visitation until we figure it all out. And it's played all the time across this great state of ours. And sometimes to a lesser degree with physical abuse, or which may or may not be trouble, but could be and can be and often is, but also neglect. 86% of the cases are neglect. One parent charges the other parent with neglect. And then when the decision is supported, the other parent runs into probate court and they call, judge, emergency motion. This father or this mother's neglected the child. And it's just awful. And it's like, what do you do? And you got DCF standing off in the corner, you know, investigating the case and does what they think is right, and neglect goes down, and next thing you know, who's penalized? Whether it's true or not, who gets penalized? The children. That's who. Back to square one. No one ever says, I can't wait to get married so I can get divorced. No one jumps out of bed one day and says, yay, I'm going to spend a barrel of money on a lawyer to get divorced. Nobody does that. What they want to do is, when you get divorced, is leave behind the relationship that they had established. Marriage is just a contract. We want to cut the contract up and rip it up and throw it away and start a new life, a fresh life, a good life where we're happy. Everybody richly deserves to be happy. Every divorcing couple wants to find success, both the mom and the dad, and they also want to find happiness. Whatever that is. Success is determined by what your choice, your decision, your selections are. Also, so is being happy. That is also a choice, decision, a selection you make every day. When you brush your teeth in the mirror, you're going to be a miserable person, or you're going to be a marvelous, wonderful, happy person. Choice is yours. Last but not least, what's lost in all of this again and again and again is the children. And I hear couples tell me all the time, oh, each one, no matter if it's male or female, mom or dad, oh, my kids are priceless. No price on my kid's head. But then they go and they use them like pawns. They're like their little Confederates. And it's just awful. And it's not good for them. It's certainly not good for the marriage. And it's certainly not good for the parents. And when all is said and all is done, how the kids turn out is how you allow them to turn out, by your guidance, your love, and your nurturing. You do not want to damage your kids. Do a divorce as evenly as you can, as quick, as fast as you can. Move on with life and wish each other the best. I know that sounds crazy, but you need two parents in these children's life, if or unless they have a substance abuse problem or mental health of some serious nature. But two parents, like two minds, do better than one. If you really mean you love your children, I hear this all the time, and they're priceless and no price in their head, then why are you not investing in them? It drives me crazy when I hear the mom or the dad say, oh, I don't want to pay child support. I don't want to give that person any money. All you're hurting is kids, folks. Same kids you tell me over and over again, oh, they're priceless, no price in their head. I love my children. Do you really? Why would you do anything to harm them? Hello. When you're looking for a divorce, write down on a piece of paper the outcomes you want to see happen and number them, put them in priority. And let me see if you put your children at the very top of that list, because if you don't, you're going about it all the wrong way. Okay? You can divorce your spouse. You can get rid of them. You're doing that with a divorce. You can't get rid of your children. They're forever. So take that into account. Protect the baby cubs as the mama bear to papa bear. Get through the divorce. Do it as painlessly as possible. Now, this is really callous what I'm about to say, but it's true. You can always earn more money, but you can't always raise your children because time is so fleeting. It's like a jet airplane. Boom! Before you know it, those little tinies will hopefully be in college or working in a trade, being successful, which is what we all want for our children. Don't ever forget the United States Constitution says, we the people. Don't ever forget that.